Hello everybody, welcome to a new modern video. This is the deck that I think it's very strong right now. I played it at the last modern PTQ last weekend. The very large 440 people, unfortunately only went 6 and 4. And then I'm probably planning on playing this again at the next MOX on Saturday. So this is 5-color creativity. I've talked about this and played this deck a lot lately. I wrote a deep deck guide update on the channel Fireball and I put it free, so you know how I write for TCG Pro, but some people can't access to it. But I have the option to once a month to have an article for free. I asked for it and I got granted, and this time I chose to put this deck because I think it's very good. And yeah, so actually I made one change since my deck guide just because I want to test it. In the deck guide, I chose to go for the safe line. I changed my mana base a little bit. I have now Savai Triome plus Ketria. In the other one, I have Ketria plus Xander Lounge plus Jetmir. This is all a lot of words that might not matter much because at the end of the day, you go turn 1 Savai Triome, turn 2 Ketria, Leyline Binding. The most important thing is to not go for the Jund plus Jeskai mana because that doesn't make you cast Teferi with like a mountain or a Dwarven Mine. The mana base difference is that I also have only 3 Dwarven Mine. Some people play 4. And I have 14 fetch lands. I believe that these decks function whenever they draw fetch. So I added up to 14 to lower the amount of possibilities of break in your opening hand of 2 lands. Same thing I did in Zoo. And I think that just, you know, by drawing more, by being more likely to draw fetch lands, you'll be better. Another big changes than other lists is Abunda growth in the sideboard. Already talked about this a lot on the stream. I think this is the best way to Blood Moon. Blood Moon is excellent against you, so I like to play this. Turn the Earth easier for burn and living end mostly. That's you really do not sideboard it very often. Yeah, 1 spell pierce. Sorry, 1 persist. It might be clunky, but sometimes you like to have an additional threat. And I do not like the Transmogrify, because I think it's only good, really only good with, it's only really good with the, let's begin. We have a bad end. I'll mulligan to 5. Unfortunately, out of my 25 lands, I was not able to draw them. I think I'll bottom like this. I hope that Wrenn and Six resolves carries my value, otherwise I just lose. I don't wanna bottom spells and just ended up flooding with the Wrenn and Sixes. What matchup is Turn the Earth for? It's for Burn and okay. So I'm playing against the Murktide. Tough matchup. Tough matchup already. Starting with the tough matchup, it's okay. This was 3 of my losses were from not necessarily this deck, but not necessarily all Blue-Red Murktide, but just Steam Vents Bloodman decks. I'm gonna go Savai Triome. Draw up a turn. Can go Stomping Ground and tapped and just start jamming. Buongiorno, buongiorno. Okay, con target spell. Okay. While I'm not in a good shape, Um, I can. We'll see because. Hmm. What a draw here. If I had Jetmir Triumph turn 1, I could have gone Steam Vents, so I could have fetched Mountain to cast a Fairy. So here I can. I have to fetch Steam Vents if I want to cast a Fairy. I can do that and bounce the Shredder. I think it's a strong play. I take 3 damage, yes, but I also... They probably have to attack the Fairy. But yeah, if I fetch differently, if I had the Naya Triumph, I would have gone Steam Vents, and now I could have saved life. So, yeah, maybe I'm not, maybe I'm already not a fan of this. Again, this is the only thing I was not sure, and I wanted to test a little bit more. Drew Mono Land so far, so, Zach plays a million lands, 25 plus 4 Wrenn. Attack me, and not Teferi. I guess they're Yeah, this is a bad play for my opponent. They should have attacked the fairy and held up Unholy Heat. Not if I draw Creativity. I can resolve a 6/6. They definitely could have afforded to not do this. Unfortunately, I can't punish my opponent. I mean, this game had a combination of bad matchup, mulligan to 5, drew only breaks, so it's gonna be a loss. It's not exciting to have a bad matchup against the best deck in the format, but this is not Legacy. Like, this isn't a format where there is a clear best deck and everybody else is behind. So having a bad matchup against the top deck of the format is bad. Modern is a format with 20 decks. It's a format where the top 8 always has 6 different archetypes. It's a format where there isn't a winner. So having bad matchups against the top deck is not it's not that bad. It's not as bad as it is in other formats. That's what I'm saying. Is there a clear best deck in Legacy right now? It's split between Delver and the Initiative deck. Draw per turn. Leyline Binding. Okay, let's discard Archon and Blood Crypt. Let's see if I draw a combo piece. I don't. So yeah, it's over. It's unfortunate. I really had a lot of window to top deck, either persist or creativity on the treasure. Okay, so against the Murktide, following my cyber guide that will be free to read as soon as this gets posted, I add Abundant Growth and I remove one Archon of Cruelty, one Persist, one Prismari Command. So the first thing is that Prismari Command is good to make a treasure so that you dodge removal spell. I still have a couple, it's not that bad. And I removed the package of Persist Archon. The reason being, they often cite in interactions from your graveyard because you already have Wrenn and Six and also Persist. So I don't want to find myself with that. I dilute my combo, my heavy top deck a little bit by cutting the Archon. I'd like to play first. I'll keep. But yeah, this end is exactly what I want to avoid when and why I want to play 14 fetch lands or like as many fetch lands as possible. Because opening on Wrenn and Six without a fetch land is a disaster. I'm still keeping because again I have so many fetch lands in my deck. Plus they might go Ragavan and I ping it. For a fetch land now, I'm in a very good shape. I also, of course, I have 2 turns because now I'm gonna ping the DRC. Plays for 0. And I crack the bubble immediately. Very nice. Let's see what to do now, because I can go Sacred Foundry. I can go Sacred Foundry, Wrenn and Six ping. Yeah, I think I like to do that. The next turn I can go like top land plus Leyline Binding if I really need to. Also this way, if I top deck a Teferi, I can cast it. Because I return the land, get a Steam Vest, cast Teferi. Not that I have to, but just opening my options. Bubble, okay. So they don't have a Shredder, and they pass with counterspell up, seems like. But I have Wrenn and Six going, so... Ooh, that's the Abundant Growth. Yeah, I like it a lot. I'm gonna play Abundant Growth for sure. This way, I play around the Blood Moon next turn. Where do I want to put it? Yeah, I can put it here. I don't know. I don't think it's that relevant. But this is my insurance now against Bloodman. Granted, I had all those Fable, but my opponent... Very sure. I guess I'll fetch this one. My opponent was very unlikely to go like counterspell followed by Blood Moon, but they could have done it. And yeah, I prefer just being safe from it. Like it might sound like, oh, you're playing 3-drop red, 4-drop red, Blood Moon isn't a problem. But I trust me, you just lose every game to Blood Moon. Like, maybe not this game because I wasn't to play with a good end. Or rather, with a fetch line that was a very good end, but... Grab a Triome. Untap, and get back the land. And then I want to go for a Fable. Do I want to play... Nah, I'll just play Fable. Now I can't cast Leyline Binding? Whoa. But I don't want to go Dwarf because they have explosives. A Charm? Oh, Borrower. Alright. Interesting. I don't know how good is that Borrower, but I guess it can take down a Wrenn and Six. I don't know. We'll see. I already have enough lands that maybe I don't need a Wrenn anymore. Plus, I'll be drawing a couple of cards next turn by discarding those 2 lands. Yep. Wrenn. Wrenn takes it. I guess what they're doing here is popping off the explosives. I'm just taking a Triome again. Yeah. Okay, I'll discard 2 lands. Okay. Now I'll return a land. An attack. And this is the combo, Wrenn and Six plus Fable. Kapuna lets me attack, so probably not casting any token maker because of their explosives. Alternatively, I can cast Fable. When they fetch, I go Leyline Binding. Maybe that's a good plan. Yeah. Yeah, maybe that's a good plan. Gonna go land. I'll tap those Triomes to play Fable. When my opponent fetches, I will play 1 mana Leyline Binding. Yep, exactly now. And he can even have 2 mana to spend on the spell pierce. I don't like John creativity. I yeah. I think the strength of this deck is that it doesn't pass through the graveyard. So I don't like too many persist. I think one is okay. Now, I could just accept the fact that my opponent is killing my Wrenn and Six, or I can fight over it. I think I'm just accepting that Wrenn dies, honestly. My hand is just so good. Maybe not. Because if I play Fire Ice, they could have yeah, I think I'll play Fire Ice actually. I'm gonna go Ice. I don't care about killing the Brazen Borrower. All I care is just drawing the combo card. Alright, the Bolt the Wrenn. And pass. Prismari Command. I think I'm just staying like this. I think my hand is just excellent. I don't wanna change it. Like easily winning this game. So. Do I want to play a Dwarven Mine? Do I want to play a Fable? Do I want to play anything? I think I just sit back. Nah, I'll do something. What do I do? There are 8. They're so dead. I guess I'll play Dwarven Mine and pass. You like the dwarf art? I don't know. I really feel like this matchup plus sideboard, it's really just all about Blood Moon. I mean, sometimes you can get outclassed if you're on the draw, for sure. It can happen. But once you have one of this in play, you're just so relaxed. You just feel like nothing can go wrong. You play 4. Alright, so on the draw, I like to bring in a couple of Vela as well. Because I think on the draw, you're not so relaxed, and you can actually have to let your spell resolve. Um, Let me check, but I think in my cyber plan, I say to take out 1 copy of Random Six, which might sound weird, but that's actually what I do, and 2 Fire Eyes, because they don't kill Ragavan on the draw anymore, and I bring back the Prismari Command. Such a nice hand. Let's go. Oh, I still haven't drawn. This is the first time I draw creativity. But again, as you saw again, you don't need it. Stomping Ground and an Abundant Growth. Hoping it resolves. Oh no, they spell pierce it. What matchup's Iona for? It's mostly for elementals. Solish Teferi, Supreme Verdict. Sorry, Blue Eye Control and elementals. Emrakul is whenever you have a cranial effect, you bring in Iona and Emrakul. Plus, Emrakul is from Mill. Whenever they necromancy you, naming the Archon, you want to have extra threats. I just draw so many of this Fable every game. I'm not complaining. They're excellent. Wow, Rain resolves. That's a dream. You can't imagine how Like, I played the PTQ without the Abundant Growth, and I was like, why did I do this? Like, that's definitely the biggest regret I had, especially since like the cards in yours. Because what I thought was that against Blue Red Merc, you just so many good cards that you don't know what to cut. Definitely a hard choice, but at the end of the day, just yeah, it's probably just the best card in the matchup you can ever put. It's also like it lets you just not take. I mean, I already took 6 damage from my lands. it's not that I did take a lot of damage from my lands, but you can just grab mounting because you have all the colors here. Well, it just doesn't counter my spells. Song of Creation. Sure, you can play that deck. It's not a very competitive deck, but I have a video on it. You can find it. I probably didn't win very much though. Pretty often on turn 4. Yeah, that's a problem, right? You've been goldfishing it on turn 4. The problem is that most of the good decks interact with you highly. Maybe not much in Pioneer, but in that Modern definitely they did. Especially post sideboard. That's a mistake that many people make. They mostly play main deck, and their deck seems unbeatable. And then post sideboard, just everybody has tools for combo decks usually. Holy heat, that's fine. Do they have Delirium? Looks like they do, so they can kill my Wrenn. But that's okay. Wrenn already did that +2 lands, so fair enough. Thanks. You're welcome. It's always tough to answer to people asking you about their deck when you think it's not very good. But I think it's better to be honest and just say exactly what I think rather than, you know. At the end of the day, this is a competitive channel, so I try to play always the best. Which, thankfully, modern happens to be a lot of decks are excellent choices and not just, you know. Opponents thinking deeply where to put this unholy heat on. But I think whatever they'll do, they're gonna lose this game because I had a great curve and I'm not folding to anything. They just wasted the unholy heat. Yeah, this is gonna be an easy game. Easy game, easy life. What tier would you put Mill in modern? I don't know. I have my top 15 that you can find on Channel Fireball. I didn't put Mill in top 15, but it's there. I mean, it must be like, what, 25? But then again, like, top 25 seems like it's super bad, but it's not really. Yeah, I still have to respect Mill. If you play against Mill, you lose if you don't respect it. It's like Dredge, same thing. Is there a modern deck you think it's overrated that gets played constantly? One deck that's overrated. Well, you could say Murktide is overrated, as I rank it first for like 6 months, and as you can see, it's not. It's definitely losing these games, and could have lost game one as well with a little bit more luck on my side. All right, so they have probably they have probably a spell pierce. So I think I am going to get a blue land here, and I'll play a 2-mana Leyline Binding on the explosives because I don't want to go to discard. You always run into Mila CG Open Day 1? Exactly, exactly. It's like Burn, similar to Burn. I put Burn number 15, but it's a totally reasonable choice, and if you don't respect it, you lose to it. That's one of the yeah, exact again, this is one of the great thing of the great things of modern. You can link stuff in here. Yeah, you can link stuff in here as long as they're not bad links. Spell Piece of Bolt, it's fine. They can't win this game. Poor Fable, the mirror break. So many Fables. If I should do something. Because what I can do is X equal 5, targeting those two. Yeah, I think it's best. X equal 5, targeting those two. Let me repeat it in my head. What can they do about it? Counterspell, I go Spell Pierce. Yeah. Oh, I haven't Wrenn Plus. Let's Wrenn Plus first. The reflection costs 3 on the backside. The explosive does not kill the reflection. Okay, so they bolt the Kiki. And they want to crack the explosive, so I'm going to Spell Pierce this. The reason why I cast the creativity is that I was going to discard. And I don't like to go to discard. Sure. That's funny. This is a bad sideboard. Come on, opponent. My cyber guide is free. You should read it. Should I type that in the chat? Because they said hi Mango. Oh well, I don't think it's rude. Nah, it might be rude. I'll pass. They probably won't even watch this video because they didn't even read the cyber guide. But yeah, don't bring this against creativity. Where can you find your free cyber guide you mentioned on Google? You on Google. I'm assuming on Google, but yeah, on Channel Fireball mostly. Look, so you go to Channel Fireball. It's this website is the best to browse. You go to Channel Fireball. You go to Modern, and this is the power rankings, which is a free article, and then this is the Is It Murktide, which is a free guide. I'll also put the free creativity guide soon. Everything else is you need CFB Pro. Some people can't access to it, and but you know, I'll report to the free articles here because I know that Europeans cannot access to CFB Pro because of TCG restrictions. I am sorry for that, and I don't want to talk about it every time I talk about CFB Pro. Just passive aggressively type. No. It probably wouldn't sound rude in person, but on text it's hard to tell people how mean they are. Yeah, exactly. If we genuinely just link it, it might help them. Yeah, I know, I know. And just a reminder that if you buy from TCG Pro, there's the link in the chat with the affiliate code. Nobody the reunion. No, 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 no. We don't play bad cards. This is modern. You only play mythics and rares and spell pierce. But we don't play commons here. No commons allowed. Alright. This hand is excellent. Pluto Delta. I'll go Ketria. I'll go Sacred Foundry. And I'll play Wrenn and Six. Yeah, I know. There's a lot of comments. I always say that. Mostly I say that to the engagement of people mentioning all the comments in my deck afterwards. It is a streamer big brain play, you could say. Yeah. You know how sometimes chat is dead and there's nothing to say and talk and read? I say things that are on purposely wrong just to create engagement. Which I might be wrong here, but I heard there was some famous American politician who also chose this strategy on Twitter, who then got banned from Twitter and rehabilitated on Twitter. Might be wrong in this. Ooh, I mean the Murtha bracket. Nice. Merc type bracket. Obama? Oh, was he banned from Twitter? Kelrug. Yeah. So you can build this deck without white. It's totally possible. You're probably better against the Ragavan on the draw, but outside of that, I think Leyline Binding is overall a good card. Do you think Amulet goes up power rankings with addition of Mycosynth Gardens? Very interesting question. I don't know how to answer. I wouldn't know how to rank Mycosynth Gardens. You wouldn't say it's a famous politician. Well, he was wasn't he the leader of the world at some point? That's how we call the Americans presidents. All right, let's discard Archon. Ebo. I don't think it matters much. What's the other card? Because I'm gonna persist it. I think I discard Dwarven Mine. Yeah. Let's grab a Blood Crypt and let's pour some blood on my opponent's board state. King. Ebo. I don't want to play into the obvious Pelpius my opponent's holding up. I'm fine here. You can go. I'll spell Pierce. You want to Pierce back? I'm okay with that. Yep. I never expected this. Never expected this, chat. You thought Modern was faster. Well, I'm playing against a tempo deck with a slower deck. But yeah, I mean, it's faster. Come on. A total of less than 5 minutes total. I killed on turn 4. Alright, so we have explained how to sideboard earlier, so let's do it again. Just following my own guide that I put thoughts into. Yeah. Goodbye, Persist. You might have made me win game 2, game 1. But, yeah. Do you think Amulet with New Gardens is a lot better than before? I don't think so. It's going to be better, and it was already good. Last week, there was 2-0 in the PTQ. Compared to Pauper, compared to Pauper, everything is faster. You think their Spell Pierce art is better? No. I mean, there is a rule in Magic, an unwritten rule in Magic. The oldest art is the superior art. And if you're like one of those people born after 2000, that's okay. But if you aren't, you can't. You can't. You just can't disagree with this. Like it doesn't actually matter what's in the art. Like this was printed way before. I mean, it's just, that's the rule. I'm gonna just say it's a rule, and you just can't break that rule. Sorry. Original art is the only real art. No, it's maybe that's not the real art, but it's like it's the best one. Although obviously Magic Online, I have cards like this Force of Will, which I will never buy in paper, but it's like half of the price of the other one, so I'm okay. Or this Chainer City, or this Fire Blast, because it's okay. This Ragavan is weird because like this thing doesn't exist in paper, which makes me a little bit uncomfortable in buying it. What if you like Thera's thoughts is over Lorwyn? I would say that then we're fine in disagreeing. Like we don't have to agree. We don't have to agree. I mean, the world it's great because we disagree mostly. If we would all think the same, we would all think the same, the world would suck. I think. Yeah, they don't have land, otherwise they wouldn't main phase consider. Or smash it for creativity. I think it's the Blood Moon Blue Red decks. As you can see, it's not that bad. I mean, I really think that this deck is excellent. And again, the reason why I played it, and the reason why I'm telling you to play it. You know they'll eventually print old frame Ragavan in paper. Yeah, yeah, I know. All right, I drew a land. They drew it land, so they don't miss their next land drops, and they attack my Wrenn and Six. Okay. Keep on shocking here. I'll play this Teferi. Problem is this Teferi is that it dies to fetch land plus Anoli Heat. But such is life. I'm at 9 life because I took 9 damage from my own land. Alright, if they find Anoli Heat here or they have it in hand, they kill my Teferi, and that's bad. Like, trading 3 mana for 1, it's terrible. And this is how usually you go down in those matchups. Because they spend way less mana than you. Favorite hobby other than magic? Eating. Eating is my basically just the only other thing I do. And something else, but I don't think that's an hobby. Alright, Mishra's Bubble. Nice. And top with the fairy. Very good. Can I draw a Indomitable Creativity? Neela87, thank you for the 2-year. Creativity for Mango? Bing? Creativity? Sama. Thank you, Neela. Alright, chat, what do we do now? Because I might just minus and draw a card. Because I feel lucky. I feel lucky. I feel lucky. Let's draw a card. Obviously, I don't bounce the treasure, or if we don't draw a card. Creativity? Va bene. I'll play a Dwarven Mine because this blocks Ragavan and pass to you. Remember, I have Teferi. First, it's Teferi and play Veil of Summer is not great. No, my Teferi dies to Lightning Bolt, which is unfortunate. Leyline Binding costs 2 mana. They only hit my Teferi. Alright, good thing I minus then. Yep, that resolves. Goodbye Teferi. They play explosives on 0. See? D. And they pass. Wow. I think I want to go Prismari, draw, make a treasure. Draw this card, make a treasure. I'll discard Boseiju for sure. Do I discard this land? Yeah, I think so. Leyline Binding can pay 5 mana, kill a Blood Moon. A lot of Veil of Summer. Will eventually be good, this Veil of Summer, don't worry. Are they cracking the explosives? They've killed their own treasure too, which is not bad. Dwarf. Okay, they take 1. I might have not attacked, but the thing is, if they go at Ragavan, I'm probably just going to bind it in any way, because I need to keep the treasure, I feel like. I want to make you crack the explosives. Exactly, exactly. I would have cracked the explosives anyway, so at least they dealt 1 damage. And it's still 6 cards in hand. My binding costs 2, because I discarded the fetch land, but we play 14 fetch lands, so it's a lot of fetch lands. Blood Moon. Hmm. Unfortunately, this Blood Moon cost 5, so I lose the game. Wow, they just jammed into open mana. It's crazy. Goodbye, Phantom Mama. What are problems with creativity is exactly this one. Yeah, because the way this interacts is that I need to spend 5 mana because the binding will, yeah. I could float, but there will be only mountains in play, so yeah, my hand is unplayable. All right, I'm not conceding because I could draw Fable right now. Full house of uncastables. Good morning, the broker. What are the problems with this deck? It's Blood Moon. That's the only card I lose to usually. Scalding Boseiju might have been greedy. I mean, sure. Oh no. Okay, that's fine. It doesn't do anything. I'll give myself 1 out to draw Fable and then I'll concede. But again, this is mostly how every loss of mine went against these blue-red decks. You win game 1, and you lose game 2 and 3 to Blood. But now I have this new card that's Abundant Growth. So I'm much happier now. It's possible that I shouldn't say side out 1 Wrenn and 6 on the draw. Should just keep them all. It's possible. Hey, let's go. Can I get a Wrenn and 6 in my opening end? I can surely. Let's go. Pogu. I'm happy that my green mana is also blue instead of well, I guess I don't know. Cause I'm still like testing this mana base of Jetmir Garden versus Ketria Triome. Oh no, they have spell pierce. Oh no, they have spell pierce. Ooh, nice. I'll pass then. Yeah, you could play without Leyline Binding and Teferi. I don't think it's a particularly bad thing. Okay, so this is an important lesson here. Against decks, usually you want to ice in upkeep to forbid them from casting sorcery speed cards. But against counterspell decks, you want to wait until end step because they might be holding up a spell pierce or a counterspell, and then you take it down with the ice. So you just put holes in their plan by waiting until end step. All right, they have a fetch land, so they still will be able to keep up spell pierce. Why no plains? You have to play old mountains because of Dwarven Mine. If you would play a plains, you would only have Arid Mesa to fetch for it, so it would still be unlikely to matter. And unfortunately, I didn't draw one of my 25 lands, so I am going to be all in here. If they go Spell Pierce, I'll be losing the game to Blood Moon next turn, most likely. Or just not to Blood Moon next turn, but just to the fact that I missed a land drop on turn 3 in a game where it very much matters. And yeah. And that's fine. However, the Turn the Earth is for two matchups. Living End and Burn. Both matchups are very bad, and you fix them with that card. Roll land, please. Didn't specific. I didn't specify I wanted an untap land. Did I consider Sunder and Titan? I don't think it's I don't think there's many 4 or 5 color decks actually. They're very rare. There used to be much popular before, and now only Creativity is a good Leyline Binding deck. Our opponent doesn't punish me for stumbling. All right, they do. I lose. Again, your losses always come to the Blood Moon. I mean, I could have played by game, but they would have just killed it. I would have lost regardless. The losses with this deck always come to Blood Moon. So far, in my experience. So far, in my experience, they always came to Blood Moon, which is fine. I I chose to, you know, I mean, we played like 29 lands, and we drew two. That's okay. You don't overreact and over I don't know how do you say. Yeah, John, I think that is a very common misconception to think that Great Murktide loses to Graveyard Hate. You wouldn't know how many games I won against the Leland of the Void. It actually, and the Trieste LMS, I got Leland of the Void twice, and I won both games. One I lost. Alright, very good end on the play. I'm wondering if I should start with Land Go. I think so. I'll keep up Spellpierce for a Thoughtseize or, I don't know, Sigarda's Aid. I can keep the Ketria Triome to cycle it maybe later. I don't know. It's mostly because I wanted to have a Spellpierce up. You want to bring in Wear Tear? No, no. I have Abundant Growth. That's my anti-Bloodman card. Wear Tear is bad because it's just impossible to be holding up mana the whole time. Plus they have Spell Pierce, so yeah. It's just a losing battle to hold up to side anti-Bloodman cards with this deck. Okay, so they play Noble Hierarch. I guess I'm gonna ping it. I can go Savai Triome plus... Un po' cagare in realtà. Savai Triome plus Stomping Ground, then Iona Spell Pierce. It might not matter for this matchup, so yeah, let's do that. Because also, I don't think my opponent can kill my Wrenn and Six next turn if they play Yawgmoth. Yeah, I'm trying this new mana base, which I don't know. Doesn't sound like that big of a deal, but just drawing a lot of top land sucks, so that's why I don't like to play three Triomes. If Murktide player plays a fetchland and passes, do you assume that's peppers every time? That's a good question. It depends if my hand can play around it or not. Alright, so let's ping that. Let's play land. And let's play Leyline Binding and exile that. So that my Wrenn stays in play, I didn't miss my lane drop, so on and so forth. If I had Jetmir Garden this game, I could have gone Jetmir Garden Steam Bands, and then now I had Steam Bands untapped. But I don't think there's any spells. Oh, Pogs! I didn't think about Strangergeist. Could have left mana up for binding. That's good. That's very good. I can lose the game now. Can very much lose the game now. That's unfortunate. But that's okay. I'll find a way for this spell pierce. I can go Yawgmoth and kill my goblin. Not much I could have done to stop. Attack me for 3, and then they'll kill the goblin. I'm assuming we'll see. Is Pierce Grist? Yeah, no, Pierce is like not the worst though. I don't think I sided out in this matchup. Yeah, but I don't feel good about this game, unfortunately. Despite starting as good as you can, my later. Ooh, actually, 1 second. Let's just draw one of my 14 fetchlands and win this game, please. Oh, come on! How did I break here? So many lands in this deck. How did it break here? It Kit Kat, so now they have Yugmoth up. I can't go creativity on the dwarf. Even if I have the fear in play, they have interaction. So crazy that I still don't have lands. So crazy. Alright, 1 second. We're back. The plan to make here was Wrenn and Six. Dig up. Fetch land. Arid Mesa. Do I want to get a mountain here? I don't get a mountain. I just double bowl the Yawgmoth. Buongiorno, bull. And I'll pass turn. They are they killing their own wolf to kill my reflection? We'll see. They don't. Okay, so my reflection is a 1/1. I'm assuming they will be able to get another Yawgmoth down. They put Wall of Roots and they replay Yawgmoth. So that I can kill my reflection and attack a planeswalker of mine. And I still have the creature in play to kill my dwarf. And instead of the mountain, if I put a dwarf, I guess I could still go Dread Arbor. Yeah, I think at this point I lose this game. Just kind of, it's kind of bad because I just it's really bad here that I lose this game. It's really bad that I lose this game. All right, I think I'm just gonna creativity your Yawgmoth. What if I just creativity your Yawgmoth? Should I also creativity an Arid Mesa? I don't think so. I just creativity your Yawgmoth here. Can I ever win the game if I creativity a Yawgmoth? I don't really have any other way, so I think I have to do it. They're at 6 life. They got Shieldred! Jeez, they got Shieldred! We should just get a birds or something like that. That's okay. This game, we weren't destined to win. In this game, we were not destined to win. Any plan on playing John Saga to win our Sunday challenge? Not right now. Maybe in the future. I already played a lot of mid-range Saga decks that you can find on my channel easily. All right, I'll lose. What a yeah. It is what it is. All right, so we're bringing in Vale and Iona. I like to have extra threat for Necromancia on the Archon. Take out Archon, Teferi, Boseiju. That's my plan. Hello, Vinny. How have I been? Just same usual, same usual. We have a podcast recording later today. Then, yeah, it's going to be fun. We're going to talk about a lot of modern. In case you haven't heard yet, I have a podcast with Anthony Lee from Australia and Javier Dominguez from Spain. You can check it out. He's an Emrakul better than Iona. Emrakul dies to Grist. Iona, we can name Green, and then it doesn't die to Grist anymore. It sucks I don't have a Naya Triome. Yeah, just play the old mana base. Just play Naya Triome. Don't play this mana base here. I think I'm still gonna get a Triome, the Mardu Triome, because I don't have the Naya one. Or Gruntum tapped. Okay, they played a wall. I'm Leyline Binding it. Wow, they do nothing crazy. Let's grab a Triome. And I think I'm tapping out for Fable now. And if they Necromancia my Archons, I can still get there with Iona. If they Necromancia my Creativity, I'll just go Fable plan and make a Zombo. Attack for 4 next turn. Alright, let's see what they name. This is important. If they name Creativity... Alright, they name Creativity. That's cool. I still have Persist. I still have Persist in my deck. Yeah. I have a Zombo. Draw Prismari Command. Yes, I'll discard for sure. For sure. Veil. I think I'm just starting a land as well. It's a little bit greedy. But I just know this deck floods like every game. Except the one where you screw. You just never draw proper amount of lands with this deck. So if you already have a lot of lands in play, you just know you're gonna flood. It's just the default. But yeah, so now we're just going beat down, which might not be successful against this matchup in particular. But yeah, I think my hand was it just was the right thing to do. Wall of Roots. Let's see what else they do. They shock. Wow. And they pass. Okay. Do I want to go Sacred Foundry Leyline Binding here? Or do I want to just go like Dwarf? I might just go Dwarf. I can go Leyline Binding and Dwarf. I don't think I need this treasure. Yeah, I just go Leyline Binding here. And I go Dwarf. And attack. Draw. Card is 2 lands. Yes. 1, 2, 1. Draw 2 lands. That's fine. It's all in the plans. This is all as it should be. Also, you know, you can easily Arcast the. Oh, they're Boseijuing my yeah. Yeah, I had this feeling. That's okay. Oh, you'll get another Dwarven Mine. Do I want to go with the? I think I'm gonna do this now. The Prismari Command. Draw to discard 2, make a treasure. Maybe actually instead of making a treasure, I can shoot you for 2. Yeah, deal 2 to you, draw discard 2. So deal 2 and draw a discard. I draw 2, discard 2. Okay. I'll discard 2 of this. Then I can go ahead and ice your wall. Why binding at AOT? Because I didn't want them to go like Chord of Calling in my turn. I don't know. Let me ice this so I both deal 2 damage and draw a card. Okay, more lands. Now you take a lot of damage. And I play another dwarf, my last one. You dislike the opponent's swamps because they're red. Well, they probably play it because they want to get you. That's the same thing. Same reason why people play the double feature lands, because they want to get you. Alright, will we beat? Yeah, we don't have that many lands left in the deck. 10 lands, 25 spells. But, yeah, 4 creativity are exiled to the Necromancia. My opponent is at 3 life. I have a very, very large beatdown. Yeah, Rakdos tokens. We even have a zombie that our opponent gave us. Grist, okay. They're trying to match our... Good to go? Alright. Good night. Good evening, or wherever you are. See you tomorrow. They have 3 cards, and they concede. So, once again, to those of you who have never experienced Mengu playing or getting paired against Necromancia, this card never wins. This card has never won a game. This card will never win games. Okay, now, any sideboarding? No, I like this. Right, let's keep... Step is here is mostly for Eldritch Evolution and Court of Calling. It's not great, though. but I think the other cards I remove are even worse. No, unfortunately, Leyline Binding isn't a burst lightning here. Okay. We get to... Wow, I don't even need to fetch. That's cool. We get to Veil of Summer Thoughtseize, which is a 1-mana cryptic command. And then I will grab a Steam Vents. And I'll play a Wrenn and Six and ping the Hierarch. When it can go Stormbound Geist and kill it. But I think it's okay. Because they didn't have a land earlier. Alright, there's a land. And there's the Stormbound Geist. Could be. Yep. That's okay. Sorry, Stronger Geist. I'll play... I play Fable. My opponent can get me with a Average Evolution into Yugmoth that can spiral into a loss. But I think this is the right play. Because they don't have a land to do that. And even if they do that, it's okay. Hello, best. JJ. Where I live, it's midday. Sun is up. At its zenith, you could say. Ooh, upkeep. What do they do in upkeep? Dismember? What do you have? Force of Vigor. Ah. That must suck. To get Spell Pierce the Force of Vigor. Ooh, that's good. Alright, so I'm discarding for sure the Spell Pierce. I don't want to discard anything else. This one I can go for an Archon. But I can also just go for a Fire Ice. Yeah, I think only Spell Pierce. Let's see what I draw. Archon. Okay. Not a great draw. Let's start by attacking with the Goblin Shaman. Get a treasure. If I get a Iona named Green, I should win the game. If I get Archon, it's probably good enough. They can go for Grace Kill, but I will still trigger this, so I think it's fine to go for it. Sacred Foundry. Blood Crypt. Wooded Foothills. Dwarven Mine. And then our creativity for 1. Let's see what I flip. Archon of Cruelty. Discard a Court of Calling. Okay. I can go Grist. Yeah. Yeah, kill my Archon. That's okay. I thought about this exactly this plan, and it's extremely good for me. So I'm happy to be here. Let me just fire this. Play Wrenn and Six. Return a land. Play land, attack, grist. Okay, and that'll be it. This matchup is really good. Yeah, game one, as you saw, we got a little bit unlucky. But yeah. Oh, thankfully, Magic, you have 3 games. Ooh, Iona. Can I cast it now? I think I can, right? I surely can. Let's say set. Let's say set 8. Oh, never mind. I thought Iona costed 7. That's Sarah's Emissary. I got confused. That's okay. I pass now. I got confused with Sarah's Emissary. Because when I played Vintage the other day, my opponent R-cast Sarah's Emissary. Alright. Of course, I didn't need it. During Oath of Druids, yeah. They play Sarah's Emissary because of the initiative deck. I'll play Paper Vintage on Sunday. Very excited for it because I never get to play my Power 9. The event is obviously full proxy, so you don't need to have to own real Power 9. Nobody needs to own real Power 9, but those who own it, it's cool that you can just play it somewhere. I'm gonna play a full proxy vintage event. It's in my town, Senigallia, on Sunday. Okay, let's begin. My hand is incredibly clunky, which is the recipe for playing such deck. What do you play? I play Grixis. Grixis cards. What do you name with the with Emissary versus Initiative creatures? You wanna own a collector edition power? Yeah, I don't know. I bought a lot of collector edition cards during the hype and spike of that cards because everybody was so hyped about it. But I don't know. Kind of regret it now a little bit. A little bit. I'll be playing some collector edition cards on Sunday. I'll just play land and pass. The Xild, thank you so much for your raid. Wow, so many people. Welcome. Welcome, Raiders. There's a Saga. Okay. So I'm playing it not against Blur and Merc. This is a different deck. Ledger Shredder. Okay. How's Modern going? You never played before. Wow. Modern's going great. Thank you for asking. Welcome to the stream. We are playing a deck called 5-Color Creativity. We put into play the card Archon of Cruelty with ease. I'm so happy to see Urza Saga because I know they don't have Blood Moon in the sideboard. As they played Spark Bluff Canal, I was like, I'm gonna lose to Blood Moon. But then they played Urza Saga and I'm like, I don't lose to Blood Moon anymore. It's just such a nice feeling when you know that they don't have Blood Moon in their sideboard. So for 1 mana, Swords to Plowshares. Hello, Journey. Draw. I would like to draw a Fable of the Mirror Breaker, thank you. I will accept a Wrenn and Six. Green, red. I'll play Wrenn and Six. Pick up. Actually, I have to play Steam Vents untapped here because I don't have another Steam Vents untapped. If I didn't draw Steam Vents, I would have just played Fetch Land. So now opponent knows I have Steam Vents. Sorry, yeah, Steam Vents. Red? What's this? Ooh. Wait, what if I had a lightning bolt? Looks okay. No lightning bolt for us. But next turn we have a dwarf to block that Ragavan. Where did they go? Oh, they went face. Okay. They got a land. Glad they took a land here. Moxa Amber. I could spell pierce this. I think I will. They probably, I think, are about to cast a expressive iteration. And they don't have a land. That's my read. Yeah. Be like, but you could counter the expressive iteration. Yeah, but you know, this is mana storm rain. Oh, this is a mana. I don't know. Whatever. I'm happy with this. And now the question: do I want to play creativity? Probably not. Probably not. Go ahead. Now they have Saga. Let's see what they do with it. Why not? You have another one. Yeah, but then they just attack me with Ragavan, whereas now I have a dwarf to block Ragavan. The next turn I can creativity with two targets, whereas I'm not playing around spell piercing. I'm playing around removal. Emery, okay. Plus they didn't have any creature, so even my I don't know, my Archon, it wasn't that good. They just go Teferi bounce and it's terrible. Would you say your job is primarily streamer content creator these days? Yeah, I mean, that's my job for sure. When they ask me what's my job, I say YouTuber. I mean, I'm definitely not a professional Magic player, because there isn't such thing anymore, or at least for me. Okay, they got a Mox Ember regardless. See? So now they're up with, again, two removal spell. Mm, yeah. Okay, that's good. I think what I'm doing here is I'll kill the Emery so that my opponent doesn't have mana from the Mox Ember. I mean, Pro Magic scene is there. I just didn't qualify for the event and I don't have any invites. Okay, so similar thing as before, and now they actually have an Ether Spellbomb, so I'm just passing here. Don't need to move. I won't even attack with the Dwarf, because they might have another Ragavan. Well, in the past, you could say I was primarily a player, and then I became a content creator, but with COVID, yeah, Magic stopped their tournaments. They're restarting this month, actually, with the Pro Tour, the first Pro Tour paper. There's definitely professional Magic players. For example, my two co-hosts of the podcast, Javier and Anthony, are, I would say they are professional Magic players. As they are qualified for the big events, they play all the arena events, they test a lot with a proper team. I'm just not one of them. So I'm so happy that I drew one fetch land, and you see why I want to play so many fetch lands. Because this game is being carried by this Bloodstained Mire, basically. Alright, and now I'm gonna cast a creativity for X equal 3 with 3 dwarf. Those are also all my Dwarven Mine too, because I only play 3. My record with initiative was good, we went 3-2, but started 3-0, so gonna be good for views. Alright, let's do this. Creativity for 3. If they have a spell pierce, that's fine, we move on. If they don't, they will lose. I don't play 4 mines because it's unlikely to matter. It never came up that I needed a 4th one in all my leagues. And again, I want to just play as many factions as possible, which right now is 14. Hello, Sangoon. I don't know. Looks like they have 2 removal spell. I played around 1 removal spell earlier, and they had it's a spell bomb, so they had 2 removal spell. And then I have a 3rd one. So you see, me waiting up to this point was excellent, because now I managed to resolve 1 Archon. Whereas if I hit before, they would have been able to answer with the things. Stupino, thank you. Okay, so my opponent took this chance to resolve Underworld Breach. They still don't have a combo because they don't have Grinding Station, but they are about to get there with Emery, I think. They're thinking. They can also just go Another Heat on Archon, but then they persist. So I'm okay with that. So if they play with Urza Saga, I don't play around Spell Pierce. Alright, they just go Mishra's Bubble. Wow. Should have definitely gone for Emery. Oh, because they didn't have... Sorry, they didn't have mana for Emery. Alright, makes sense. Oh, if they don't hit Emery now, they break. They pass the turn. They have to hit Grinding Station in the top 4 cards. They only have 1 Emery in the graveyard. Let's see if they find Grinding Station. Oh, they do not. Hooray. Yeah, I think they stopped here. GG. Unless they have Station in hand. You know, Shredder was second Emery? Yeah. They might have second Station in hand. Oh, they don't. So they just have to go second Mox Ember and bounce my Archon. I don't have any more Dwarven Mine, so this is the first time that actually is relevant, not having the 4th Dwarven Mine in my deck. Is Creativity my favorite deck? No, it's Blue-Red Murktide. But I think that Creativity is an amazing metagame spot right now. There was a time where Murktide was just the best, but now a few weeks passed since that moment, I think, and the metagame is once again wide open. So this deck, it's not great against Murktide, but it's, yeah, excellent against everything else. Band control. I don't think control decks are very good in Modern. But I think Band is probably the best versions of it. When I say not very good, I don't mean they're unplayable. It's still top 15 decks in the format, but just, you know. Not, I wouldn't see myself playing a control deck. That's what I'm saying. Alright, so they draw 2 cards. Draw. Okay. Well, I can't make more dwarfs because that's the cards I chose. I only have 3 dwarves. And pass the turn. Next turn I can start Arcus. This Bloodstained Mire has done a lot of good work. I mean, now I drew a second fetch land, but if it wasn't for this, I would have 100% lost this game. So my opponent here can go for Underworld Breach Emery, but I think it's unlikely now they can go off. They just drew 2 new cards, so no, they couldn't go Unholy Heat. They didn't have red mana. They only had blue mana. They had to go for the bubble. Whoa. What if I have a 4th Dwarven Mine? I guess they're fine. Bring it to 4 seasons. Band control. That's good. That's good. All right. Let's fetch a Blood Crypt. So I have double black. No, and it's not desperate at all. My opponent can just win the game. They're playing a combo deck. They can just win the game if they find the 2 cards they need. Fable. Hmm. All right, let's hard cast the first Archon. So Wrenn is at 7. Oh yeah, you should definitely play. If you want to play control, I think you should definitely play Endurance, whether it is for color or band. That's for sure, because of the card Underworld Breach. It's so cool that it's 3 lands on turn 8, and they just played Magic so well, regardless of that. Yeah, check out my YouTube video about band. I think it's titled "Broker's Charm is Broken," which is just a clickbait. The video is normal. Oh, so they go for Underworld Breach. Let's see if they win. They start with Emery, and now if they find a grinding station, I lose. No, I don't, because they exiled all their embers. I guess they have a treasure. Yeah, they needed to hit a treasure with Ragavan. All right, see if they find a grinding station. They don't, but they might have it in hand. If they have it in hand, they still lose. All right, but I will let my opponent go off. I'll take a bathroom break. It's round number 5. We ended up losing that last match, although I only showed 1 game on YouTube. I cut the other 2 that weren't particularly good. Inkmoth Nexus. Okay, I love to see it. Very interesting deck. Playing against the... Playing against the... What is it called? The Ardent Scales matchup. Patchwork Automaton. I think I will kill the Ozolith in response. Just because. Next turn I can Lightning Bolt the Patchwork Automaton. And the turn after, I can get a Dwarven Mine and a Creativity. Alright, never mind. I'll play this Fable. And pass. This matchup should be good. Should be very good. They don't have Spell Pierce, Blood Moon, basically the only card that I'm scared of. Okay, Ardent Scales. Ardent Skills Welding Jar. And Walking Barista. Ah, that's a good one. That's a good one. That is a good one. I think I can still beat it though. Okay. Let's discard Archon and Pierce. Let's attack with a Goblin. They have 0 cards in hand. Alright, they let the damage through. I can simply just go Creativity on the treasure. Yeah. I don't have an Archon in play. I can wait for more Archons. Oh, they can jar my treasure. I did not think about this. Huh. That's a nice line. Thank you, Akamani. That is true indeed. Okay, then I am just passing the turn. I can double target my creatures. Yeah, that was probably better. Do I just want to kill this Walking Ballista now? They have to tap the Welding Jar. I think it's good. A lot of skills. Thank you, Akamani. Now, yeah, I should have double creativity. The two. I mean, in my mind, I wanted to do display. Then they say I couldn't do it anymore, so I passed. But I should have. I should have done it. All right. Looks like they want to kill my Goblin Shaman token instead of regenerating with the Welding Jar, which is an interesting line. Yeah, I should have doubled kill. I think I'm gonna still win, but yeah, this is not the optimal play. Now maybe it was still the optimal play. I don't know, because now I'm just such in a better shape, right? I have 3 Archon in play now instead of just 1. I mean, whatever. I would have won the game regardless. Tom. Okay, 3 Archons for you, and a win for me. Easy. Not 1, not 2, but 3 Archon of Cruelty on turn 5. Okay. Sideboard. These 2 cards. I'll take out the Spell Pierces. But yeah, this league so far, we lost to Blood Moon as advertised. We lost to Breach, which is a tough matchup. I think it's like, yeah, maybe it's not a good matchup. Yeah. And I mean, if you look at my power rankings, I put Murktide and Breach first and second, so it's tough for me to say that this deck is good when it loses to the top 2 decks. It's definitely a tough claim to make. But the modern metagame is so wide, and I think this deck just has like great matchup after that. Like great matchup after that. So the Bunda growth, yeah. Yeah, both Valakut and Dwarven Mine require you to have Mountain, but do lose to Bloodman. That's funny. You bought a card for 5-color incarnation in Pioneer? Nice. Nice. Yeah, that was the last time I played Pioneer. The regional championship Athens is gonna be Pioneer, so eventually I have to play that format again. Alright, GZ, let's go. My hand is not good. I think I look for a mulligan in this matchup. That can give me on turn 3. Maybe I should still keep. Who knows? You know what? I'm giving. If I lose before playing my spells, I'll accept it. Ooh. Inkmoth Nexus go. Wow. That's a very lucky draw. Lightning Bolt. Exactly what I wanted. I guess what I wanted is a Urza's Wear Tier would be the best. Grove. And you go Punch. Okay, that's Word, so it doesn't die. Yeah, if they don't start on Scales, is not. Scales or Ozolith is not that scary. Wow, more Lightning Bolts. Very nice. Uh, yeah, I'll just fetch all my colors with those Ketria Triomes. They have the protection with the. They have protection from with the ward too. Plus this turn, I'm assuming they're gonna make the Patchwork Automaton out of Lightning Bolt range. Plus they have Welding Jar, so that's another protection. Woo. Solid protection. Alright, play Relic Progentus. Mm-hmm. Okay. Our combo does not pass through the graveyard. What do you feel about Elish Norn, Yorin, Kiruga, Fires, and Pioneer? I have no idea. I have no idea. Seems like a good card, so yeah, it's probably gonna be good there. Mm-hmm. It's funny how I drew all these lightning bolts and they just don't do literally anything. Because my opponent didn't play a single card that dies to lightning bolt. Now I have the mana to pay for the word, but I don't have a. They don't. This is a fourth offness. Oh, you can put removal spells in your deck to kill the Yiddish Norn. I don't know. It's just Doom Blades. If you're so afraid of it. Like instead of Portable Hole, you play Fateful Absence. I don't know. I was a little bit scared to play Fable now because of the Nexus. That's why I didn't want to Arcus Fable. I don't know. They go like Ravager, they can kill me somehow. Hello, Journey. I want to go for an Archon here. I think not, because I can just activate the Nexus and sacrifice that one. So I'm passing one more turn. I guess I can chump block with the dwarf. Yeah, okay, I'll do this. I can chump block with the dwarf now. If they had Ravager, it could kill me with Patchwork. I mean, because of Ozolith. I didn't know they had Ozolith. Without Ozolith, they couldn't. Okay, let's see what happens here. End of turn, they're doing something. What is it? Dismember. Okay. Vanishing Verse. Sure, yeah, Vanishing Verse. That works. One card. I'm going to chum block here with the dwarf. Glad I opened my one of Elish Norna the pre-release. I don't think it's good enough for Vintage Cube though. Why don't you want to take a double Archon? I don't know. I'm afraid of dying. Yeah, maybe I should just take it and go for double Archon. Are they tapping something? What is it? But at least that for one. Do I die here? Yeah, I'll probably die here. So if I just take it, and they sack the Ballista, put me to 9. No, I want to chum block. I want to chum block. I want to chum block and bolt the Ballista. That's what I want to do. And a chum block? Alright. I'll chum block. Now I bolt the Ballista. They have one card in it. I hope it's not a Dismember. They give you a regeneration. That's okay. Draw. Fable. Hello. Sorry, I meant to say Wrenn. I like Wrenn here. A 9. Going to. What can I do? I can do Wrenn here. I can do Wrenn here, and then Fable, and then cast Fable. I think it's good. I die to the Ravager if they draw a Ravager, but they don't have it. So I'm just discarding this one only. Draw. So I want to go Wrenn, Ping, Ballista, and I keep lining both. I could have gone for one Archon, but I'm a little bit afraid of that mana up. Yeah, I could have bought Ballista Creativity for 1, but I'm afraid of 1 mana up. I think I can play this even safer. I can play this even safer by going for Creativity for 2 next turn. I died to Ravager, I know that. And pass. Right? Not a Ravager. Alright, it's a land. Done a Ravager. Done a Ravager. They don't. Actually, maybe I wasn't dead to Ravager anyway. Because they would put counters here, 6, 7. Yeah, maybe, I don't know, maybe it was. So yeah, probably it was. But yeah, they have no cards now, so we're just winning. Game over now. 1 Archon might have not been enough. Oh, wait a second. I didn't realize that was so big. So this is a 9/9. I guess I have to chum block with a Goblin Shaman. And then I can't... Oh my. Wait a second. Yeah, I think this is fine. I get 2 Archons in play and then I bolt your Nexus. I guess if I block like this, I can fetch. So if I block like this, I take 6. If I block like the yeah, if I block like this, I take 6 down to 2, so I can fetch a Dwarven Mine. Yeah, I think this is better. And have 1 mana up. Yeah, I think this is better. Okay, we got it. We got it. GG, GG. GG, Mango wins. GG, Mango wins 3-2. Write it down, exclamation mark, lose. Everything went as planned. Everything went as planned, chat. At least up the top, they will not have another turn. Or rather, they will have another turn, but I'll have 6 life. Sure. One. Dwarven Mine. Make a token. Creativity. It was actually very important to double blocked. Or I wouldn't have gotten rid of the automaton. Because now they activate the Nexus and I can't bolt it. Oh, Ballista still kills me, you say? Huh. Interesting. Interesting. Should I not target Ozolith? Okay. So I got 2 Archons in play. Huh, I drew Leyline Binding. Like, I mean, if you say it's so important, I can Leyline Binding the Ozolith. The problem is that my opponent will have this thing as a 9 and left lane trample, but I guess I can just double block it. You bind the Ozolith. What if I just do nothing? What if I just do nothing? Yeah, I think I just do nothing now. I can just double block. I keep up mana for the Leyline Binding. Yeah, just do nothing. I just double block. This way I play around the Walking Ballista as well. The opponent, GG! Welding Jar. Welding Jar? Oh no! Okay. Che palle, Welding Jar. Okay. Okay, we're fine. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. I'll double block, they regenerate. Want to kill the Shadow Spear? Nah, I don't think it matters. Wait, they didn't regenerate. God, they didn't regenerate. I think you can say that that's a mistake. When you're binding something, what do you want to bind? Binding the automaton is actually a legal play. You know how I often joke about legal in paper, but it is a legal play to bind the automaton. Combine the Welding Jar with the Shadow Spear. No, but what binding Welding Jar not at all, because they regenerate. Our view sideboard. Yeah, there's just 2 more Archons in my deck. But I don't have any more Dwarven Mines left. I don't know, chat. I'm just passing. What can go wrong? It doesn't change anything? Well, they would keep this around if they regenerate. the automaton. Oh, because they have to sacrifice it. That's true. That's true. Yeah, no, our opponent knows what they're doing. Yeah. Opponent knows what they're doing. GG made a few mistakes. They said. I don't know. All right. Anyway, we got. I think we got exactly what I was expecting. That is excellent. It has a few bad matchups. We encountered them. We beat one Merc. We lost to the other one. But still, I like the Abundant Growth. I think this is the best possible plan in the only bad matchup. Not only bad matchup, but like in the bad thing, which is Bloodman. But outside of that, this deck is excellent. I would go back to the previous mana base, which is Xander Lounge, which is what I wrote in the article that will be around by the time this video goes on YouTube. So Xander Lounge and what's the other one? Jetmir. So this is probably not probably, but this is the best. This is the best mana base if you want to play with Teferi. So yeah, we cut down to 13 fetch lands. Yeah, again, excellent deck. Thank you for watching. If you were finished this video, consider leaving a subscription out to the channel, commenting and everything. See you next time.